Hey everybody, it's March 10th, 2020. It is the 7th edition of the You Can Do It weekly videos, and there are some people out there doing it right now. So we have got a theme for you for the week, the K Clubs, Rookie and Entrepreneur of the Week. So the theme for this week, we're starting to think about how things are moving fast. There is lots of stuff going on right now between school that you've got, trying to hit your PC goals, putting time into the external side of the business and generating some new customers. There's lots of things going on. And I can relate. You know, on the full-time side of the business, we get the same thing. We got training, we're finishing building out the team, we're getting people started. There's a lot of things that we're working on, and that's what this is all about. It's working hard. You're trying to do something big, you got to put some extra energy into it. But you are only one person. There is only 7 days in the week. There are only 24 hours in a day. So sometimes you got to do some, you got to operate a little different, maybe a little more strategic when you've got this much on your plate. And the most important thing at that point is to leverage your time. And leveraging your time means getting, more done with the same activity. So it is getting the most, the maximum out of that time or that task that you're going to do. So for me, you can do that a whole bunch of different ways when I think about it. If you're previous customer calling, you could be taking that extra second to ask for referrals and generating a lead for a new customer. You can talk to your PCs about being able that you're still building out the rest of your team and see if they know anybody who's hardworking and still looking for a summer job. That extra 2 seconds can get you a whole bunch more out of that same phone call. You know, if you're actually recruiting and doing interviews, do they happen to know any friends? Do they know anybody else that's hardworking that they'd want to work alongside this summer that's still looking for a summer job? If you're doing new customer acquisition, if you're out there cold calling, knocking on doors, can you make sure that you know the PCs that are in the area that you haven't been able to get a hold of, and make sure you go and knock on their door? It is getting more done with the same task, and that can be said for absolutely anything. Whether you're going to school, if you're on campus, what else can you be doing there? If you're in class, what else can you be doing there? If you're talking to somebody that you know, what are the other things that you can be trying to accomplish in that same conversation? So networking and leveraging your time is a huge asset, especially when things get busy, especially when you've got multiple priorities on your plate. So again, if you're stressed right now, if you feel like you got a lot going on, you're not alone. And that's what this whole thing is supposed to be. Stress is like the lactic acid of life. I've never said that, but at the same, it fits so clearly in my head, right? Like when you're fighting and you're pushing for that in a tough workout because you're trying to get stronger and healthier, it hurts a little bit. And right now and for the next 6, 8, 10 weeks for a lot of people, you got a lot on your plate. You're really trying hard. So good for you for trying so hard. And it's gonna be a little uncomfortable, and that's perfectly okay. So again, try to remember, leverage your time. It will make a big difference. So K Clubs, those that are really getting a lot out of it. We start with a 10K Club. Again, these are the sales benchmarks. 10K Club, we start off with Aiden Scott at 10.3. L, you're in at 10.3. Jitesh, you're in at 10.5. Carter Sutherland, you're in at 10.8. Zach Irvine at 10.8. Alex Sawyer, you're in at 11K. Yusuf at 11.4. George Larmont at 11.8. Harman Singh, you're in there at 11.9. Durham, 12.1. Luwan at 12.2. Alexandra, 12.4. Ben Seeley, you're in there at 12.4. Rowan at 12.6. Joseph Giffen, man, you're in there at 12.7. Eric Phillips, 12.8. Chris Van Galen at 13. Himanish, you're in there at 13.3. Max Kolnick, you're in there at 13.4. Kathleen Turner at 13.5. Braden Hudson, you're in at 14.3. Hugo, 14.5. Jalen at 14.6. Noah, you're in at 14.6. Josh McKill, 14.7. And at 14.9, just on the edge of it there, is Connor, Clark, Baba, a whole bunch of people that are definitely going to jump themselves into that 15K club. So 15K club. Start off with Joe Lavoie, you're in there at 15K on the number. Max Lowe, 15.5. Matt Vucic, 15.8. Catherine Stokes at 16.3. Michael Church, you're at 16.6. Daniel Booten, you're in at 17.3. Eric DaCosta right on the edge there at 19.8. Definitely in that 20K club next year. 20K club, kicking it off. 20K. Owen Healy, great job, man. Drew Breen, crossed the 20K club. Good for you. 20.3. Musamil, you're at 20.8. Midori Clark Baba at 21. Lucas Akins at 21.5. Eric McAllister at 22.8. Jesse Kwachinski at 22.9. Jimmy Schultz at 23.1. Dylan Giles, 23.4. And Kalen Clark, 23.4. Awesome job. 25K club. Got some members in there. Emma Schuler at 25.3. James Britton at 27.8. and Peter Dirksen in there at 28.4. 30K Club, Mr. Joel Warner, 33.5. 40K Club, it's empty. 45K Club's empty. 50K Club's empty. 55K Club's empty. We have a bunch of empty clubs through there, but when you hit that next club, we find Emma Seed Binney at 61K in the 60K Club. You got Kean in at 61.7 and Slada in at 62.4. Then we're going to skip a whole bunch of clubs. 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. We got to jump to 100K Club. So the first man this year in the 100K Club is Dylan Horner. So there's going to be a bunch of other men and women in that club this year, but congrats, Dylan, on being the first one to cross that line. The 100K Club at 104.1. So awesome job. Those are your K clubs. So again, if you're working on something, you can't figure it out, those are the people to talk to. Again, as you look at the K clubs, if you look at our top 5 right now, Dylan Horner at 104.1, Slade at 62.4, Kean at 61.7, Emma at 61, and then Joel Warner in there at 33.5. Those are your top 5. Nominations for the week for Rookie and Entrepreneur. Again, it's great to see so many consistent names here. Putting in this time and energy. You'll hear me talk again all year about momentum. Putting the time and energy now. These people are consistently up for nominations. You will thank yourself in July. So Alex Sawyer, you're in there. You booked $3,000 external on top of everything else that you have going on with school and soccer. Congrats, man. That's a great week, great external week here in March. Cassandra, you booked $3,500 in PCs. You did 5 estimates. You booked almost $1,000 in external. Hit every single one of your goals this week. That's huge. Again, we talked about hitting goal momentum and having a big focus on making sure you're hitting as many goals as you possibly can here in the preseason. Congrats. Cole, $3,400 in the first half of a week in the business, which brings you over 30% PC retention. Great job, Cole. Daniel Boughton, booked $4,800 in external, crushing your overall goal for the week. Gabe Wooten, man, you booked $8,800, more than doubled your goal. First week of the business coming out of TSB. Congrats, Gabe. Hillary, you booked $5,000, which surpassed your goal of $2,000 in your first week of the business. So again, it's awesome to see people hitting the ground running. It's exactly what you can do. Great to see that you're taking advantage of that opportunity. Noah Ashbridge booked almost $4,000 this week after increasing your original goal for the week. So you increased it and then you stomped it. Nice job there, Noah. And Talia, your first week in the business, again, I guess second week in the business, really. But you booked $6,500, including doing your very first estimate, which can be a scary one. So Talia, awesome job getting yourself across that crisis of engagement and getting in there and getting that first estimate done. Really great to see. So those are our rookie nominations. Entrepreneur of the week, Mr. Dan Thiessen, booked $5,200, surpassing your weekly goal. You really got some good momentum going to start the season. Really, really great to see. Emma Seed Binney booked $9,200. Crossed the 60K mark. It made a point of upselling on all those PC calls. That's that leverage I was talking about. Awesome job. Kean booked $9,400. Just consistent. Another consistent, almost 10K week. So great job there, Kean. Slada booked $9,400 as well. Another consistent week, making some really big steps forward, really pushing that momentum as well. Great job there, Slada. And the winners for the Rookie of the Week this week, Mr. Gabe Wooten. Gabe, congrats, man. $8,800, doubling your goal. Great job, man. Really, really well done. Slada, you're the Entrepreneur of the Week. I slid that in there quick. I thought you might be listening. So, Slada, congrats. $9,400, another consistent week, just making steps forward. Great to see you at TSB in Ontario, and really good to see you starting to really engage in the business and really get things moving. You know how to do this thing, so make sure you put it down. So, congratulations to the rookie, the entrepreneur, and everybody putting time into the business. Again, I fully understand and respect the challenge that everybody's pushing right now. It's really challenging to be able to manage all the priorities that you are. Congratulations on taking something like this on and taking advantage of the opportunity for those that are putting the time and energy really into the business. Again, remember, momentum, it's always happening. No matter what you're doing, make sure you got it going in the right direction, and you can do it. No matter what you're trying to do, someone else is out there doing it. You can do it too. You make sure you put the energy in, use the resources you have, and you can get anywhere you want to go. So again, everybody have a great week. We'll talk to everybody soon.